public, however, continues to downplay it and doesn't even give us any assurance that everything is safe. So this day, so now, I still, and I hope they can hear me, I still have not received an email that said anything about the anthrax scare or the bomb threat that happened yesterday. That happened last week. And I want to just close it because I know my time is running out. I want to close it on a personal note. As a father of a little girl who's on the spectrum of autism, can you tell me? Acetaminophen does not cause autism.
I cannot imagine what that would feel like, so I'm sorry about that and thank you for your words. Last week we saw 11 elected officials engage in an action in the 10th floor of Federal Plaza. Where became thousands of immigrant New Yorkers, and over 70 brave New Yorkers blocked ICE vans from leaving 26 Federal Plaza. Thank you for your bravery and courage. So today we're going to hear from some of those elected officials. If you are here, please come towards the sound. And while we have a lot of them here, we're going to hear from 3 of them who are representing all of them. So we're going to hear first from New York City Comptroller Brad Lander. Then we're also going to hear from Public Advocate Jumaane Williams. And last, we'll hear briefly from Jessica Gonzalez Rojas, Assembly Member.
No hate, no fear. ICE, you are not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE, you are not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE, you are not welcome here. First of all, let's say a big thank you to the folks who are organizing this march to make the road to New York Immigration Coalition, to JFRESH, to DSA, everybody out here, to CWA and our labor brothers and sisters. You are showing what it looks like to be a New Yorker in a dark time. And let's be clear, these are dark times when our tax dollars are paying for ICE agents to abduct our neighbors, to put them in cruel and inhumane conditions. And we are saying no more. So I want to say thank you to everybody who was out here with me in Foley Square when I got arrested back in June. Thank you for that. Mostly I want to say thank you. Will you raise your hands if you have done court accompaniment, if you have shown up for your neighbors, if you have borne witness to their cruel abduction? Thank you for doing that. And I want to say a big thank you to all of these elected officials and the 100 of you who joined us in getting arrested in civil disobedience last week. Will you raise your hands if you're one of those people? Thank you for showing up then. Thank you for showing up now. I'm sorry to tell you we are going to have to keep showing up because this morning, State Senator Gustavo Rivera and I were back at 26 Federal Plaza, where ICE agents brutally separated a family and then threw a crying wife to the ground so badly that she's hit her head and had to go to the hospital. And we say, shame, 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 shame. But here's the thing, we are not going anywhere. We are going to keep showing up until they stop abducting our neighbors. And showing that we know what it means to be New Yorkers. No hate, no fear. ICE, you are not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE, you are not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE, you are not welcome here.
Peace and blessings. Love and light to everybody. My name is Jamani Williams. I'm your public advocate. I'm also standing here as a son of immigrants. I'm honored to be here with my colleagues. Many of you know our names. But I want to make sure all the people who are out there and anybody who's listening is empowered to step up. When you read of history, from Sophie Scholl in Germany to Martin Luther King in the United States, you read of names that you know, but there are tens of thousands of people whose names we will never know, who stood up and was the light in the dark time that got us through. And so I want to make sure you feel empowered. I want to make sure that New Yorkers understand all you have to do is step up and do what you can with what you have where you are. The Most High is up there. My ancestors are up there. The future is waiting for us. They are saying, do not fail us in this authoritarian time that is feeding off fascism. We have an authoritarian president. And sadly, we have a mayor of New York City who is trying to comply in advance. But I want to make sure you understand the power that you have. Because we stood up, in about 3 more months, we won't have that mayor anymore. So whatever you do, we have to keep fighting right now. We have to keep pushing forward. My daughter is here today. My smallest is not here. But I'm fighting for them and their children. We will win this fight. So before I close, turn to somebody and say, I am so glad you are here. The light shines brightest in darkness. We are in some tough times, but we can be the light for the people in 26 Federal Plaza and the United States as a whole. Donald Trump, you will not win this war. We will win this war. We are on the right side of history. You will not kidnap our neighbors. We will be united. Immigrant, trans, black, white, everyone is united. No one let go of anyone's hand in this fight. Peace and blessings, love and light to you all.
Are we ready to get ICE out of New York? Are we ready to send them back to Washington, D.C.? We don't want them there either, actually. My name is Assemblymember Jessica Gonzalez Rojas. I, too, am a daughter of an immigrant. And I bore witness multiple times to the horrors that are happening at 26 Federal Plaza. And today, a woman who was distraught after watching her husband being torn from her arms and kidnapped by these brutal thugs was attacked, thrown to the floor in front of her children. Shame! Shame! Not under our watch! We are done with this administration and their cruelty. We will demand that ICE is out of New York, and we need to fight to make sure that we are passing laws here in New York that will protect our immigrant neighbors. Because we are all the child of immigrants. So we need to pass New York for all. We need to pass the New York City Trust Act, and we need to demand ICE out of New York. And I'm proud to stand here with my colleagues in the Assembly, Tony Simone, Harvey Epstein, and I'll pass it over to Marcela Mitinas, who was also there as we got arrested and bore witness to the horrors that were happening, because we have privilege to tell that story. We are all our ancestors' wildest dreams. Let's keep fighting for justice. Thank you so much.
I am so proud to be here with all of you guys. I am Assemblymember Marcela Matenas, and I am the first immigrant indigenous Peruvian in the New York State Legislature. I know that we have a lot of allies here, and we know that our immigrant brothers and sisters are afraid. So I want to send this message to them first. El miedo y la incertidumbre con lo que nos vemos obligados a vivir es lo que Trump quiere. Quiere que tengamos miedo, que nos escondamos. Pero ahora más que nunca debemos dar un paso al frente. Y no tengan miedo porque no están solos. Aquí estamos con ustedes. I have been fighting at the state level to pass New York for all. But the truth is, we're lacking some leadership. And so I'm going to ask you all to take out your phones and know that the one person that needs to hear us the loudest is our governor. Her number is 518-474-8390. Press 1 and leave a message. 518-474-8390. And tell our immigrant governor that we need her to stand up to Trump. We need New York for all to protect our neighbors, to ensure that there is safety. Right now, police upstate are being deputized to help this administration. And so we need to do our part. Este es el momento de alzarse, unirnos y pelear, porque este también es nuestro hogar. This is our time to stand up and fight. This is our home. New York for all. 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 New York for all.
I have 30 seconds. I'm Tony Simone. I'm the Assemblymember for the West Side. What's happening right now is un-American. I have a message to my fellow Democrats who are weak in the knees standing up for immigrants. We are all immigrants. I have a message from my Republican friends who cowardly give in to the fascists in the White House. We will grow in number. ICE is not welcomed in our city. Troops are not welcome in New York City. We are one human family, and we demand that ICE get out of our city and stop kidnapping our fellow neighbors and immigrants, because we will come back again and again and again until we get you out of the White House.
Thank you so much to all of the elected officials here. Let's give them again a round of applause. I just want to say that New York for All not only stops all the collaboration between law enforcement in New York and the federal government, but it also makes our public buildings safe. Since this year, we have increased how many 287 agreements there is in the state of New York. Up to recently, it was, if I'm not mistaken, 6 or 7 across upstate, and 287G agreements allow the police, the local police, to act like ICE agents when they stop any person. Marvin, we only have 2 more speakers and then we're going to start marching. I want to introduce to you Andrea Vasquez, the Secretary of the New York. And then on top of that, people who got arrested right over here. Thank you, Andrea, for being with us. This is so beautiful. You are so beautiful. Let me see every sign up. Hold your signs up. Oh my God. Photographers, turn around. Take that picture. Take that picture. You are beautiful. Thank you for being here today. I speak to you today as an elected union officer whose members have gone to the courts to support our immigrant neighbors every Friday since June. We and so many others have seen beautiful, ordinary individuals and families living in New York who just want to build a life for themselves and their families, thrust into a nightmarish future because of ICE. We've had many victories, despite how difficult ICE has made it for us and our neighbors to exercise our constitutional rights. And we must continue to bear witness in the courts because it is our right. Other unions are also taking action. Among them, NYC nurses protecting their members and patients. Protecting students and schools. Protecting non-citizen members. And it's not because of the weather. The fact is, some don't feel safe enough to come to a demonstration, much less the federal courthouses, or participate in an action of civil disobedience. Some non-citizens and people of color are among them, and that is real and is understandable. These trepidations are, of course, the fault of our government and our failing democracy. But all of us can and must do something. Whether we are organizing in a building in Bushwick, a street in the South Bronx, or a community in Queens, we must do something that challenges repression. I have been absolutely amazed at the number of community organizations that are growing locally all over this city. And more New York City unions are saying no to ICE and no to federal troops in our town, our union town. But we and the people we're talking to when we return to our communities and our workplaces need to be asking ourselves an important and difficult question right now. What are we prepared to do as individuals, and in the name of our union and organizations, to fight the vile assaults on our neighbors, our students, our patients, our parishioners, our co-workers? We must dig deep and ask the hard question, what can I do now, and what risks am I willing to take? And now is the time to bring these questions to everyone we know. Because under this administration, first they came after immigrant communities, then they came after federal unionized workers, and then they came after trans people, and they will continue, and they will come after all of us, unless we dig deep and find the will and strength and means to continue organizing. We understand we are under attack because of the threat we pose as 99%, because we are the thinkers and the learners. We are under attack because of the threat we pose as believers in knowledge, science, change, and justice. In whatever ways we are able, it is our honor, our right, and our responsibility to act and protest and organize in nonviolent solidarity. If we do not exercise these rights, they are all but gone. As activists, we're part of the millions of New Yorkers, citizens and non-citizens alike, who bring value and life and love to this city. So yes, the wonderful legislators fighting Pass New York for All and the New York City Trust Act need our support. But we, as the union rank and file workers, leaders and staff, and we, as unemployed workers, as contingent and part-time workers, we, as students, have a different role. We are and represent the many, and nothing takes the place of thousands and thousands of workers, families, and students in the streets of our city. Running rampant in our streets. We must all be ready for a sustained and difficult struggle, and we have no time to waste. I know we are ready for this. I know we have the courage, and I know we will win. Because workers united will never be defeated. But workers who legal and not for what they feel. And so I'm very proud to introduce to you the President and CEO of the New York Immigration Coalition,
Thank you all for coming out tonight, and thank you for continuing to show up. This moment calls for every single one of us to stand up and fight, not just for ourselves, but for our neighbors. We are witnessing the Trump administration's attacks, not just on immigrant communities, but all people who call this country home. And that is a shame. The poem you just heard, First They Came Forth, we don't need to continue that poem because we know the ending of it. And we all must stand up and continuously fight back. Across the country, from LA to Illinois, all the way to Memphis, and now in DC, we're seeing this administration use military force against its own people. We are witnessing our people being tricked and trapped to show up to that building across the street from us and then detained and disappeared every single day. One of those people was a New York City high school student by the name of Dylan Contreras-Lopez, who was ripped away from his family, sent to 5 different states, and now stuck in a detention facility in Pennsylvania. And now the Trump administration continues to threaten cities like ours and saying that they're going to send boots on ground, to the ground here. And we don't need that. No! People can't even afford groceries or how they're going to pay the rent next month. And instead of actually addressing the people's challenges, this administration continues to double and triple down
on bad and horrifying policies. That's why we're marching today and every day thereafter to demand that our cities and our state stand up and fight for all New Yorkers. We demand that the next law gets passed. At the city level, the New York City Trust Act gets passed. Even more so today, as we saw the Department of Investigations release a report saying that this administration has been colluding with ICE unlawfully. Now is the time to defend and protect New Yorkers. Enough with the cheap rhetoric. We need our elected officials to stand up and fight back for all of us. It goes something like this. We want justice, we want peace. We want justice, we want peace. We want ICE off our streets. We want ICE off our streets. We want justice, we want peace. We want justice, we want peace. We want ICE off our streets. We want ICE off our streets. We want justice, we want peace. We want justice, we want peace. We want ICE off our streets. We want ICE off our streets. Thank you.
We're about to walk off, but just a quick thank you to DSA, Indivisible, Brooklyn, Climate Defenders, NCLU, and many, many more. I'm going to ask you to line up behind the banner that was up here, the yellow one. That's going to be the one that's going to start us off. We're going to line up and we're going to go that way, and we're going to go around this block twice. Also, there's going to be a moment, somebody, I don't know what his name is. Okay, oh, where the people who are going like this, that's what it means, that's where we're starting off. The banner is going to go over there. And there's going to be a moment where we're going to ask you to keep silent, to remember the beautiful and very painful way in which lives have been, the beautiful lives and the painful way in which they were taken away from us and family members. So if you see a fist like this in the air, I need to please observe some silence. And if you see that somebody's talking, please ask them to do the same thing so that we can do a moment of silence. So when you see the fist up, please follow. Okay, please all start lighting up. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for protecting me. Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
Plantation